you're becoming acclimated to this instrument.
Yes.
Because you're already playing a band, but you don't play drums in the band. You're playing sax or
Yeah, sax mainly. Yep.
and you're one of the aberrations. A drum student who has a piano. Imagine that, right? So look, maybe at some point I'll hip you to my approach with regards to creating, writing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I figured out how to do that. I know I could pass that along, and then you're kind of captain of your own ship,
Yeah, yeah.
which is kind of cool. And so, but as well, to this instrument being somewhat new to you, in a cool way, you haven't come from playing for years and years with all kinds of different strange techniques. Because there's a million different ways to play if you Google it.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, you couldn't find anybody talking about hands. Now that's all everyone's talking about how to hold the sticks and play, right? And everyone's got something to say. You have to be careful out there. But you come to the instrument fresh in that way. So what we're learning to do is hold the stick with this particular grip. It's a 3-finger grip. And that grip provides what is a fulcrum. It's, in a sense, you'd call it the fulcrum in the hand. When I went to co-author articles in Modern Drummer with Richard Martinez on the Spivak-Wilson snare drum technique, and they didn't want to call it snare drum technique. They said, no, just call it technique. Because
Yeah, it works on anything. Anything you hit and it works on, really.
well, right, but they wanted to make it more approachable for more people. And I guess sometimes the idea of just playing on one surface isn't as attractive as the idea of technique for an entire drum set. Whatever their marketing thinking was, we acquiesce, of course. But when I heard from who was overseeing all things that we were writing for said articles, it was like, what do you mean the wrist is a fulcrum? That kind of freaked everybody out over at Modern Drummer. I had to explain no, because you see, people just talk about the fulcrum in the hand. Forever, it was that the fulcrum is the first finger and thumb, and you pull with the back fingers, and so it's the fingers that are supplying force to the beam or the lever arm over a fulcrum, first finger, middle finger. You're applying force to that resistance that's rocking based on the force provided from the fingers. But this technique is different. We hold the stick with the 3-finger grip and are looking to get that stick to rock through all 3 of those fingers. So if you just do that, if you can get that to happen, it means that you're starting to feel that fulcrum in the hand, which is that 3-finger grip. We're focusing on it's all 3 fingers, because you're going to feel the stick moving through all of those fingers. But when we land, we want to be thinking about middle finger, right? Because we can turn a 3-finger grip into something that is always landing on the first finger and thumb. So in a sense, now the fulcrum is here, but we want to be landing flat and thinking about landing. Could think of it as landing right in the middle of the 3 fingers, or you can think of it landing on the middle finger, right? So we're thinking in those terms, and the fact that you could just do that is really cool. So that's going to give you a feel for how to hold the stick just for one note, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. See, now you're using a little arm, and this technique is absolutely wrist centric. So if we never use the arm as though, well, if we're using the forearm in that way, it's really the bicep muscles that are moving said arm. We don't want that. We want to use the muscles in front of the elbow.
Yeah.
The muscles only pull. So to get the wrist to turn to the ceiling, the muscles in front of the elbow, somewhere here, are pulling. And then to come back, turn down, the muscles underneath in front of the elbow are pulling. Or we could use gravity on the way down. It's another way to, that's another force that is available to us. So, yeah, so learning just how to do something like this, yeah, just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you're letting it die, which is beautiful, by the way. We can just let it die. That'll give it to you too. But what we're looking to do is we're looking to simply say 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's we only want 4. Give me 4.
Yeah.
Just 4. No arm, no throwing. Just turn for 4 right now. Keep it. Yeah. It's pretty darn good, man. Now what we don't want to be doing is making too big a deal about how do we get the stick to stop bouncing.
Right.
I didn't even tell you when you figured it out. It's almost like you just say, I want 4 rebounds, and it happens. Sure. There might be
catching it with the pad here, almost like.
But look what happens. This is very subtle, but doesn't the hand open when you bend it forward with no stick?
Oh,
yeah. Just to give you, and watch what happens when you come back. The fingers close. And as the fingers close, where's that butt end going to end up? On that meaty part you just described.
So kind of squeeze it a little bit and kind of catch it and squeeze, almost like it's.
Oh no, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't need to see. You didn't catch or squeeze, or you just went. You had this grip. You knew that you wanted to feel the stick rocking through there. You turned your wrist without pumping with your arm, and you're down at the floor. And when you stop, you come back to where you started, which is the floor. That's why that floor is so important. That starting position. And that's it. Now give me 3. That's great. Okay, now give me 2. Now give me 2. Give me 2 and stop.
Was it?
Just give me 2 and stop. Yeah, see, you're at the floor. Now give me 1. What difference? See, it's a similar grip. It's the same grip.
Right.
We're just at the floor a little longer, depending on how many notes we want. Not much different, is it? So getting the idea of how to just play 1 note would be connected to how to play multiple notes. Now, whether I can do that in my left, because I'm used to doing it this way. Right? But there's a level of cross-lateral transference. So if we just want 1, see, I'm not asking for multiple notes. I just want 1 of them. Of course, it's always available, you see. If you're playing 1 note and then suddenly you want it to just bounce, go ahead. Now just let it bounce and stop. Yeah, see, that's always available.
Right.
That means your grip is looking good. Very good sign. It's cool. Okay, well, we're going to get into that. And I've kind of jumped ahead a little bit with you. Usually that's reserved for later on, once you learn how to just turn your wrist for a single note. But you're ready for rebounds. And I think that understanding can guide the ability to play multiple rebounds will help you understand how to just play one note.
Oh, yes. So connected. Absolutely.
I mentioned it. So if we're looking at the Murray Spivak Percussion Studio single strokes, which is the last page of the Murray Spivak library.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it can occasionally be confusing because Murray has a list of 7 basic strokes. And one of those 7 basic strokes, perhaps one of the most important of the 7 basic strokes, is the stroke that Murray Spivak calls the single stroke. That's not what this is. This happens to be single strokes. So
regular.
he's just talking about turning your wrist for one note and playing a series of notes. So you got through this chart fairly unscathed. Put the metronome on at 40. Let's just take a look at what's happening here.
One, two, up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Looks good. Now your left has that same propensity that will just keep chipping away. Yeah. First finger, you need to hold on.
1, 2, 3.
And you have the middle finger
3.
creating a little holder underneath.
3.
Suddenly now you have that 3-finger grip. Now don't try this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And let it die. Do that.
1, 2, 3.
Now play a little more gently for me. 1, 2. Your neighbors will thank me. 1, 2, 3. See, I'm only coming up about that high. Beautiful. Now, but play it twice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going 1, 2, 3.
So you're doing the buzz in the last one he said? 2, 3.
Don't play louder.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Okay, now you need to, good, you got the idea almost, but you need to look at it because it starts right, then it goes left, then you're going to go back to where it starts right, and at the end of it, that last right will be a buzz or a dribble. Oh, that was where you were going to dribble.
Okay. Is that right?
Almost. Oh, that's where you let it dribble.
So I'm not following. So I'm going.
So you're going to play it. You're going to play it 1.5 times. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, stop. It's going to go left the second time.
Ah, yes.
Now, look at it.
3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dribble! Right there. That's where you let it dribble.
On the same hand, on the right?
Yeah, third time. I'm making this up. Yeah, let's dribble.
3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, right there. That's where you let it dribble.
The last note
Yeah.
of that series.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
2, dribble. Good. Now let's start it the other way. So we get a dribble on the left. And I can work on my matched. And then we're going to dribble. Dribble. Here we go. It's coming up. Dribble. Oh, yeah. Now, will this one?
Is it 2 dribbles or 1 dribble? Dribble. I think I'm messing it. I don't think I'm totally following it, but I almost had it.
These aren't official strokes. I'm making this stuff up, but I'm letting the stick rebound as many times as it can, as it will, because we have what is a first-class lever, like a teeter totter, and it'll just dribble away. And look, because we're not continual adding force, which would happen if we were doing with fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it gets quieter because we only supply force for the first turn. And from then on, we just have to have faith that the thing is going to rock over the fulcrum as the first-class lever. And it gets quieter and quieter as the force slowly peters out. That's
not probably get like 3 to 5 is the usable range of
yeah, it would depend on how bouncy your
fast.
And that's really good. The speed that you turn has to do with the quickness of the rebound. If you turn slowly, you get slower rebounds. If you turn fast, you get they're faster, aren't they? As opposed to a slower turn. Don't pump your arm. Don't give it to you. It's only okay, but you got the idea. Just let it dribble, and that means that your fulcrum is working. That's what I'm going for here, and we're getting it from the wrist, applying the force, not pumping the arm. The only time the arm gets involved is when we make this, as Murray would call it, it's a motion. We're making a motion, and when we make a motion, look, we're still leading with the wrist. We're still leading with the wrist. We're not doing this with the arm. We're not doing, there's a famous approach to playing, which is called the Moeller technique, and that involves using the arm. We lead with we lead with the elbow. See, this technique is looking for a higher level or a greater degree of efficiency. You see, if you do lead with the arm, look what happens to the butt end. What happens to the butt end? The butt end goes way out here, or they have a modified molar. It'll only go out to here. We don't want it to go out at all. We want the stick to travel straight up and down with this wave. So now the arm is involved, but we're not using the arm. Okay, so you got that. Now let's see if this thing that I'm creating here will work. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and now notice I'm not. The gig is that it's typically as fast as we come up is as fast as it's the stick out of your head for a moment. Now just nice and easy, turn your wrist up and let it come back. Yeah, don't wait at the top. Let it come up and come back. Okay, now do it quick. Come up quick. Yeah, it comes down quick, doesn't it? It's the same speed, isn't it? Now go up slowly. It'll come down slowly. There, you see? So that's what we want. We don't want to come up slow. We don't want to come up slow and then do this. It means we're not feeling up to come down. This technique is up to come down, which means the speed that we lifted up is essentially the speed that we come down. So I should see that kind of imagery. See? It's going to go up and down at the same speed. There's fast. You see that wave?
Yeah.
Almost like it's in two places at the same time, isn't it? Now here it's slower. but it has that wave. Go for it. Good. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, it connects to your other instruments in certain ways.
1, 2, 3, and.
No arm and stay low.
And.
Remember, as fast as you lift it up, as fast as you stay a little more low.
And.
Stay a little more low.
2, 3, and.
Yeah. Think of your neighbors.
And.
Think of the table. Think of the table in front of the bandstand when you're playing horn, and you have to back off the mic just a little because it's right on top of it. That kind of.
1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and.
Now start the other way.
1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and. 1, 2, 3, and. 3, and.
Turns it around. Okay, this is working. Now we're going to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you'll go the other way.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Nice, man.
2, 3, 4.
Simple things.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, now let's go to the next iteration. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Is that how it works? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
that's gonna go right
3 and 4 and
left. Okay, let's go to 5. You got it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Louder, don't get louder. Play faster.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that's good. You jumped ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2,
Stay low. Just rest.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. I messed it. Almost got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, let's jump to 7. We'll skip 6 and if you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
would be like a backwards glissando,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Beautiful.
cool. I gotta work on the 8. So the 8's getting up there.
Yeah, right. And what we don't want to do is when we go from turning to suddenly letting it rebound, we don't want to see this. See, this is why in your left, which you did just a little bit of, even though you were successful, we want to be successful. We want to be ultimately successful because, you know, there's different ways we can get rebounds. We can dig, we can squeeze, we can use arm. What we want to do is this thing that we're feeling here. See, I don't have to let go of my grip. I just hold on to it and just stay at the surface and let it dribble. If I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I don't have to let go of my grip. It's that little thing. In this case, we're just letting it dribble indefinitely until it stops. But see, you want to be holding with that first finger. Try just doing this for remedial purposes. Just first finger and thumb. 1. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
If you were to just play slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you really have to feel it in here. In here. Take all your other fingers off. See, now you got it. So now just play one note. Just nice and slow. Turn your wrist, just play a note. See? It's nice and gentle. You can't play very hard, it'll bounce all over, won't it? Right? Just hold it there. Now let it dribble. It'll work. See, now you know that the first finger and thumb is your fulcrum. Your first finger and thumb is also the guide. Everything that we have in the 3-finger grip is now transferred to a 2-finger grip. Now I want you to put the middle finger on and create a 3-finger grip, but don't let go up front. You have to keep this. Yeah, right? Now see it, and now just play a series of single notes gently and slowly. See? Now you got a grip. Now you're holding on to the darn thing. And now just let it bounce. It'll work. Yeah, you see? But you gotta hold on up front as well. Once you
get that tucked under, is definitely what I gotta work on that.
Once you have to compete as a drummer with that darn horn player, plays really loud.
Yeah, those trumpets get loud.
You're going to be slamming, and you're going to be holding on to that stick. I guarantee it. Not with a death grip, but you're going to want as much of that 3-finger grip connected to that stick as possible. All right. Very good. Okay, so that's coming along nicely. Now I want to hip you to something important that I don't think we've touched on. I know that we've worked. There's just certain things, you know, that you teach a student at the beginning, or you're robbing them of the proper chronology. So, what we looked at was we have talked about the close flam, right?
A little bit, yeah. The first lesson, I think we kind of touched on it. Yeah, we definitely did touch on it. I've been trying to mess around with a little bit. That's definitely a little tricky maneuver for me at this point, but.
Right. You're getting a nice sound, man. So you went and got the true bounce, huh?
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Roy Burns.
I actually got the moon gel too.
Look at you, dude. He's serious, right? See?
This one's pretty cool. I like this. For the neighbors like this one a lot better too. Yeah, this one's good.
Oh, very good. That's a good sign that you went out and did that. And because you've got a stand, now you can control your height of sitting and how the pads are relating to you, so you're in a much more comfortable position now. So, as I just described, the last page of the Murray Spivak library is what he refers to as single strokes. But now we're going to touch on the Murray Spivak basic stroke 107 that is what he calls the single stroke. To reiterate, from a couple lessons ago, the single stroke is about half the effort, twice the speed. We're getting a note here, and we're getting a note here. We get two notes. So eventually, we can get two notes. So we're not just always just turning. Every time I go up, everything releases and relaxes. So it lets us play continuously with more relaxation. Because as Murray Spivak would say, when you, not like this, when you go up, you're loose and you're tight coming down. Now, we want to be very careful about that because it's so subtle that sometimes it's better just not to mention that to a student. It happens naturally. Just like what you experienced when you did this. I just want four. You mean like that? I said, yeah. Well, I guess I'm squeezing and I'm doing. No, you're not. All you're it's kind of magical, but all you're doing is saying, okay, I'm gonna bring that beat up after four notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you bring it up, and it lo and behold, as you described, see the hand does this. So as you bring, it's so subtle though. You bring it up, and yeah, the butt end makes contact with the palm, and everything comes to rest. See, it happens naturally. Well, so does loose going up, tight coming down. See, when I go up, the hand is a little more relaxed. And when I turn to the ceiling and everything wants to close, see, the stick's gonna end up resting on the palm again. Because that's just where we wait. Right? So what we want to do is we first want to learn how to make a throw. And that is about leaving the bead down as we go up with this cool grip. We leave the bead down. The forward bend of the wrist, as Richard Wilson wrote in his famous red notebook, which I wasn't supposed to look in, is that the forward bend of the wrist, besides releasing finger pressure, motivates the upward motion of the forearm. See? So we just do this. And then he says, as the forearm starts down, the bead reaches its maximum height, or peak. So you've got this, and you've got the forearm. As the forearm starts to head down, the bead reaches its maximum height. So we're just getting that. Okay. Notice how musical it is. It's not it's just like you are playing a melodic instrument. Not bad. It's a little flat looking. Watch. Just put your other hand with no stick on the, take the stick, put it on your lap, so you're not, because that'll mess up what I'm. See this area here has to be hanging. This area is hanging. See, so when I go up, how much are you going to see? How much do you see? See how the elbow swivels out ever so slightly? Murray would say it's only about the distance of 2 sticks, something like that. Now, if you go up much higher, things are going to change exponentially. Everything will move more or less, not turning the side. But what we want to do is put that bead in the center of the sound source, And then we're going to go up, leading with the wrist, leading with the wrist. Dick would say it's like lifting a little 2-pound weight right here, like lifting a little 2-pound weight right there. How much can keep lifting? Keep lift it by bending. Bit more, more, more. No, no, don't go sideways. Sometimes he puts something on my. He put something on my. He put something on my wrist. And he'd want me to go up. I don't know if I can do it. Let's see. But yeah, see, you've got that. So can I go up flat? There, you see? Yeah, there! Don't point your first finger. Remember, we're going to need that. That darn loud horn player. There you go. You got it. Look, if I didn't mention it, do you even know that your elbow's going out?
No.
You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You're not supposed to do it. It's supposed to. You wouldn't even. If it was a kid, maybe you wouldn't even tell. Beautiful. You got it. Right? Now, once you get to here, you're going to turn to the ceiling and everything's going to collapse. Remember? Dick Wilson in his red notebook said, forward bend of the wrist, besides releasing the finger pressure. So we're here. He didn't talk about the elbow or anything, did he? He might have a lesson. Just go straight up, and this will take care of it. And then, as the forearm starts down, the bead will reach its maximum height. Not bad. Not bad. And what we don't want to do is force anything. Look, we can be nice and relaxed because you don't have to make the energy run out to the bead. The energy, just based on physics on the planet, the human body, you're going to get a natural torque. I think that's force that has to do with circular motion. And you'll feel all the energy run out to the bead. And now go down nice and easy. Remember, the speed that we bring it up is the speed it'll come down. So as fast as we do this, is as fast as the arm will come down. As fast as we cock our wrist, is as fast as the wrist will come back down. Or the stick. Don't come up flat, come up curved, come up round. Around that fixed point in the universe. Thank you, Richard Martinez. There it is. You see, now because you've left the bead down, see how easy it is to compete with that loud R&B band? R&B band? So you don't have to work really hard to get a good blow. I think Vinny would call this motion the one inch death punch. Right? It's a very efficient motion, right? You got the idea. Make sure you cock right to the ceiling. It's not with the arm. The arm will follow and take care of it. So all you have to do is think of the wrist, like that. Now, because we're leaving the bead down, that gives us the opportunity to make a note on the way up. Note. See, as it goes up, you get a note. And then you're going to get a note here. Note, note. That note happens just from dropping it, just like as though we weren't going to make a note. That's an up motion or an up stroke. There you go. Go up and down, up, down, up. You have to come all the way to the floor by turning to the ceiling. It's starting to become an arm thing.
Yeah.
To get that motion correct, you have to cock your wrist to the ceiling. It's about the wrist. You see, it's the wrist. There. Now you're all the way down and you can start back up. Don't overblow. Don't try too hard. Just make the motion. You'll get volume. Now go up. Up, down. Use up, down. Up, like a rock band. Up, back up, boom. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-do-do. Boom. Do-ga-boom. Do-ga-boom. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Is that Barty Miller or something? What am I singing? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But we want it's not just down. Watch, it's just this. I want you to get it nice and relaxed. Boom. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-da-da. Up, down, boom. Keep doing it. And that up motion is concurrent. The note, the sound of the note is concurrent with the motion. See, if I move up, I get a note. I don't move if I don't get a note. Motion and the notes are inseparable. There's no extraneous motion.
Right.
Okay? All the way to the floor, really turn to the ceiling on the way down. Turn to the ceiling, it'll help your arm fall. See, right, see, your arm wants to fall if you turn. Turn to that ceiling, come down, up, down, up, down. Say it, up, down, up,
down, up, down, up.
Talk to
down,
the ceilings,
down, up,
to the
down.
ceiling. You don't have to shove your arm. You turn to the ceiling and give the arm time to fall. There, come on. Okay, okay, now do that in the other hand. Do that in the other hand.
Up, down, up, down, up, down, up.
Up to the ceiling and hold on to that stick with the first finger.
Up,
Hold on. You know you're going to need to. It's going to go on.
Up, down.
It's a 10-minute tune.
Down,
Loud.
up, down.
You got it. But you don't have to work hard to play loud.
Down.
Now you'll notice this hand is doing something different. This hand is doing this. This hand is, see if you can notice it. I'll give you the hint. Look at my elbow. Now remember when you had it in the right and I said, you know, if I didn't mention it, I bet you, and I put something on my hand and you put your hand on your hand. Come on, don't point your first finger. Come on, hold on with the first finger. There you go. Now go on up and put your other hand on there. Try it again. Go on up. Well, your elbow's starting. Just starting. Come up a little more. Come on up straight. See, up there. Yeah, you've leveraged. Yeah, don't overdo it. We're not doing molar. But see, now instead of this, now there you go. Feels more like the other hand. So instead of this, where this remains locked in by your side, that means I'm just shoving with my forearm from the bicep. But what I want is I want this. See it moving? You see the elbow moving just ever so slightly. I'm not going to move much, but you can see it's not locked in. Doom, do do doom, do do doom. See how relaxed that is? Hold on with your first finger. Come on up. No, just come up and wait. Don't rush, don't blow through it. No, you got to get, it's three parts to this. There's this part. Don't point your first finger, it's part of the part. Yeah, you got it. That's part of it. So you can break it down. Let's have a Boston lager or a cup of Earl Grey, whatever you guys are doing there. And you're going to go up and you go, there. Look, everything's right. I've got my grip. And then you're going to do the second part. Forearm's starting to come down too. If I caught, see, forearm came in. Come on, it's starting to come down, isn't it? And finish. They'll catch up to each other right at the end. Dude, that's how it will work. See, if you blow through it, you won't get that. Getting there. Okay, now I'm going to give you what is one of the introductions to this technique, which is the feint and flam. You see it there?
Feint flam is yeah, page 8.
Page 8.
Yeah, second system down, feint flam.
Okay. Now here's a mistake that everybody makes. I blew it off for years. Just waste years. Oh, it doesn't matter. But it does matter if you really want to get this stuff. The gig is to truly, and you are experiencing it, is to truly play with the Murray Spivak single stroke. What everyone wants to do is they want to turn to the ceiling and go up and make their throw. They turn up to the ceiling and see, that's an extra motion.
All right, yeah.
So what we want to learn to do is
drop at the same time, kind of.
Drop. Hold on with your first finger to drop and make a note. It's all in one fluid motion. So we're going to play the feint and flam. So you'll notice that Murray has written underneath ta-tla, ta-tla, or underneath that, pianissimo forte. The ta in the box over to the right, The ta is soft, pianissimo. The tla is loud, forte. Okay, so once again, imagine that drummers thinking about dynamics. You guys, as a horn player or a guitarist, think about it a lot. Not so much with drums. The way we're going to get a quiet note, the way we get volume in this technique is by turning higher, not adding more muscle. So if we want a quiet note, it means we're not going to turn nearly as high. Right? That's why I wanted you just to feel this little turn that we worked on earlier. Right? It's got that little turn that turned into a dribble. Okay, now we're just got a little turn in the left, but it's going to be that upstroke. It's going up, and then you're going to see, you see the accent written there. There's my, there, see it all? See the, even with my hand that usually plays traditional. There it is, just like I showed you. So you've gone from a low position while in the process of making the tap. See? So it's tap, throw. And when we throw, we're playing a little flam. It's a left flam, meaning the left is making the main note. And the right is just going to make a tiny little tap. So the one hand is playing a single stroke, up, and just before it lands, we make a little tap with the right. Let's try that. Not bad. Try again. Now really hold on to that stick in the left and see if you can get through. It's real slow. You can almost go through the whole thing in slow motion. Just in the left now. Just get, I want you to really come up a little, come up. There you go. You really want to leverage up. Making a note. Tap, tap. Now go the other way. Now go the other way. You got it. Keep going. Now the other way. It goes back and forth, see? Ta, tla, ta, tla, ta, tla. See how easy that is? We're just using the same motions and combining them in different ways. And as Murray would say, it makes the whole thing much easier. Okay, you got it, dude. Put the metronome on at 40. Metronome on at 40.
So 1 and 2 in, it's just.
Yeah, 1 and up, tap, ta, blah. No arm. Really lead with the wrist.
2 and 1 and 2.
Just come back to the floor.
2 and 1 and 2
Come a little more to this healing for your throat. Remember how that throat feels. There it is. There it is. Make sure you give me flams. A flam is just a way to make the note a little louder.
Yeah, so it's basically kind of, it's right there. It's like almost a roll. Almost, it's like how close it's supposed to be. It's kind of a whatever. Feel it out.
Well, right. We can have a closed flam. We can have an open flam. We can have a drag that's more open. Ta ta ta, or ta ta, or ta da ra ra, or ta ta ta. We control that. You're right.
Basically, left up to the interpretation. No, you're not going to really notate. You're basically going to just, they're going to notate it normally, kind of like swung eighth or something. You kind of going to interpret it however you would.
Yeah, right now, what Dick would say is, quite frankly, a flam is simply one hand high, the other hand low, and it's about thickening the note. We're trying to make the note thicker like that. We don't want to play them unison, so it's just a little bit before. And you're right, we're going to want to play by feel and by ear. I mean, how much time is there to, how much space could you create here? Okay, now let's move on to the next one, Flam and Feint. Now this is where we're going to take this little motion that you're learning, and because we're playing 16th notes, 1 and 2 and 1, it's a little more of a flick. Watch, because it's happening faster. Blah, ta ta ta, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Try it.
So
metronome. Just it's gonna start with an accent, isn't it?
yeah, so it's opposite with the other one. So it's
Right.
So
It's gonna be a right accent with a left. There it is. Now the left is gonna go up to make that. They're not even notes. This is swinging. It's not triplets, but it's a dotted eighth note. Count out loud.
1, 1, and 2, and like that.
No, turn off your metronome for a second.
Yeah.
Just no metronome. Just 1 and 2. So 1 and it'll be on the second of 1. The 16th note. There's 4 16th notes, right? In a quarter note.
Yeah.
So if we have a dotted eighth, it means 3 16ths, and
Right.
that 16th will be your upstroke.
So that's 1 E, 1 E,
Right, and that's your upstroke, where you're gonna have to quickly get back to make the downstroke to go the other way. Try it.
1 E, 1 E, and
No,
1 E, and
no, it's 1 E and note.
1 E,
1 E and note. There it is. You got it.
and note. 1 E and note.
Oh, 1 E and Say it.
1 E and
You have to stay down.
Oh,
So-
yes.
Get that little note, which you're up.
So the accents in the first one. 1 E and 2 E and 1 and 2 E and 1 E and E.
Go flex, rest. No arm. It'll slowly bog you down, right? You got it.
All right, so
See if you put the metronome on. See if you can do it. Yeah, see, it's just waiting there. You just say, you make a note, play 1 E and nothing happens. And the left wait. And then on the last 16th note, it makes an up.
I got you. Almost got you. 1 E and 1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 2.
And the last one, this one might be the kind of the hardest, maybe, sort of. It's again, now what we're doing is we're playing a flam. See on the flam and feint, the flam was the accent, right? As for the feint and flam as well, the flam is the accent. But what we've got here now is a flam that isn't the accent. It's a right flam, which means the right's going to be high. Or whether or not we're going to raise for that, I don't know. Let's see. 1 and 2 and see. So it's high, but not by making a motion. We're just going to turn a little higher and play a flam. So play a right flam. That means the left is down by the floor, playing the appoggiatura. There it is. Now that left is got to be an upstroke. That's your upstroke. That's enough.
2 and 1.
It's going to be this. Just this. It's 1 and. Let's do that.
1 and.
No. The left is going up. 1. You're done. You're up. Just say 1 and make sure that left goes up. Gotta go up. Left goes up. No.
You don't make a note though? No note?
Yeah, make a note. No.
1 and.
No, just 1. I know. Yeah, there it is. Go on. You got it. 1. Go up. No, yeah, that's right. You're just going to go. It's just going to make a little turn. I know it's a head trip, but it's a feeling thing.
Yeah.
Feel this. It's like, why would I play this any other way once you get this? So watch. It's just up.
The first one's just a little like that, right?
Oh, no. Show me what the left is going to do. Play it. Yeah, the left is making a single stroke. This is all about learning the single stroke. How do you play a single stroke? No, single stroke is going up to down in one smooth motion. Show me a single stroke in the left. There it is. You got it. Up.
Yeah,
Now you can make it.
okay.
Oh. Light bulb went off.
All right. Yeah. So simple when you figure it out.
Beautiful. Okay, put the metronome on. Let's make sure you really have this. That was good.
Oh yeah, I sort of have it, but not quite cemented in there.
Right?
1 and 2 and 1. We got 1 and 2 and 1 and 2.
You got it. You got it. So just time to spend a minute with this, just to really lock it in.
2.
I want to make sure I get something in here before we.
Yeah, I got the gist of it. I just got to work on that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, we can pull this out, but and I think Murray's written it. It doesn't even matter. I just want you to feel this. I want you to get this concept. This is something that you'll do for the rest of your life. Just like on other instruments, we work on long tones, right? Like forever. But what we're doing, I put the metronome on it for you. Okay, now we're going to play doubles on the rest. Doubles are typically 16th notes. Doubles are 16th notes. 1 and 2 and. Go ahead and do that.
You're saying it's bouncing it for 2 notes?
No. Sorry, I'll be more. Right? This is your. This maybe your first time ever playing roll strokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm doing is.
Oh, you're just going right, left, right.
Mama, dada, what do they call it? Mama, dadas, daddy, mama.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay, you can put the metronome.
1 E and 2 E and 1 E and 1
Okay, now just to get your head around this and to help me provide the knowledge, let's slow it down. Or in other words, let's play 8th notes. Let's play doubles as 8th notes. There's no law against it. Okay? So, but what a roll stroke is there are 2 kinds of roll strokes. There are hand-to-hand roll strokes, and there are what are called single-hand roll strokes. A hand-to-hand roll stroke goes back and forth. It's built in. One hand makes the accent, then the other hand makes the accent. For a single-handed roll stroke, one hand is always making the accent. The only way to get the other hand to make the accent is to stop or to turn it around, which I'll teach you how to do, and then play it going the other way. Or there's a third way, so that the hand that makes the accent starts, so that it keeps shifting. And it'll be like that forever, and you'll have your head around it in a second. So let's start with a single-handed roll stroke. No metronome. So we're going, I'm starting left, right? So left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, and once you get that long roll going, that long tone going, and now what we're going to do is we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's the throw again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You try.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Good. Hold on to that left first finger.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It turns around.
It keeps going like that over and over.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like you're going to play another note, but you don't. To rest.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now this time the hand that makes the accent starts. 1,
1, 2.
2, and keep always starting on that hand. Start with the right again. 1, 2, 3. Now this time the hand that makes the accent is going to start every time. So it's going to go back and forth.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1,
Now the right's going to, the hand that makes the accent is going to start. Turn it around every time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You got it. There you go. There you go. You're playing a 7-stroke roll. Put the metronome on.
Was it?
Put the metronome on at 40.
So 8 notes. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3
And 4. 1. And now you're going to turn it around. That's cool. Okay, now play the 16th notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep. Okay, you're playing it the hardest way, turning it around every time. Just play it one way. Always start right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, you got it, dude. Yeah, you got it. Okay, back to doubles. Trying to hear your metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a hand-to-hand stroke. It's always going to go, but you don't turn this one around. It turns around on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shit. I'm losing the metronome.
But what's happening is, you'll notice that you're playing 3 over 4.
Yeah.
It's going to come around every other time. Now you're in 3 over 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got it. See, so eventually what we want.
Twice over time, or is it?
Well, I can do anything. You're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. If you now you can start to play around on the drums, and people are going, "What's he doing?"
Bring a bunch of them together, yeah.
You just string in roll strokes together, and some of them will be in 3, some of them will be in 5, right? And it just hands you this. It's like a template, really, of sorts, right? And all we're doing
at that point, you're not even really counting; you're just kind of feeling it out.
Wait, when you're soloing on your horn, are you counting at every little thing? Kind of, maybe when you're practicing, and you're going to be. Why do I have a feeling you're going to be playing some of this stiff stuff on the bandstand, and people go, "Wow, what was that?" That was
definitely changed my conception. Absolutely.
Right? Okay, bring this to that beat to your other instruments, and you're going to be killing it. Very good.
Very good.
I'm gonna turn off the camera. Don't turn off. Let me turn it off. Let's see.